Kevin Durant, you cannot leave these games shooting 14 shots, 15 shots, especially when you are not missing. Like, it does not make any sense. Before we get started today, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you share the channel with anybody. Now, let's get to it. The Houston Rockets played the New Orleans Pelicans last night in a game that they should not have lost, simply put. As you can see on the screen right now, the stats from last night are really confusing. Kevin Durant, let's start here. Kevin Durant shot 80% from the field last night, 15 attempts. He shot 4 from 6 from 3 last night. He did not miss a free throw last night. 7 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, 4 blocks. And look at that turnover number. Number 6 turnovers. A -7 with that elite efficiency. How, one would ask. Let's keep going. Jabari Smith, 5 for 18, 1 for 6 from 3. Missed a free throw, made a free throw. LP, foul trouble last night. Either way, still got up 26 shots. 26 shots. Granted, this game did go to overtime. But when you look at the rest of this shot pie, the shot pie, or shot chart, however you want to say it, that number just sticks out drastically. 11 for 26. Not only did he shoot the most shots, he didn't even make the most shots. He was 0 for 4 from threes. At this point, I'm not going to lie. There's 2 players in the starting lineup that every time they shoot a 3, we should consider it a turnover. LP and Amin. LP was 6 for 10 from the free throw line, 11 boards, elite, 8 assists, only 2 turnovers, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Josh Okogie, I'm not going to get into this. Josh played his part. If you watch the game, you understand Josh does what Josh is supposed to do. Amin Thompson. It is so hard to critique this offensive game from Amin because he was 11 for 14. And for the longest, him and KD were not missing shots. KD started off, I think, 8 for 8. KD started 7 for 7. Amin started 8 for 8 before they both started missing shots. Either way, they both only missed 3 shots on the night. Let's see. Amin had 4 turnovers. Let's add that 0 for 1. That's 5 turnovers. Amin had 5 turnovers and 4 assists, 6 rebounds. Reed was not bad, but Reed was also not good. 4 for 12. For somebody that is considered a shooter, you got to make shots, bro. He had an opportunity in overtime, as we'll see later, to actually tie the game and go to double overtime. But as you see, 3 for 10 from 3, 7 assists. I like it. I love it. 0 turnovers. I like it. I love it. Steven Adams. Why is Steven Adams shooting 10 times in the NBA game? He was 2 for 10. Mind you, Steven Adams is not shooting 5 feet away from the goal. 2 for 10. 10 rebounds. Did what he was supposed to do on the boards. 6 offensive. But for whatever reason, as we'll see when we get into these clips, MA, I'm going to hold off. Aaron Holiday, 1 for 3. All 3-pointers. Clint Capella, 6 minutes, got up 2 shots, 1 for 2. So, the point of this video is there's a player on this roster that needs to shoot the ball. Shoot the ball. Shoot the ball. Kevin Durant, you cannot leave these games shooting 14 shots, 15 shots, especially when you are not missing. Like, it does not make any sense. I am not a diehard Rockets fan, but I support the Houston Rockets. And as a supporter of the Houston Rockets, this is frustrating me. It's frustrating me for now. Kevin Durant's been in the NBA for 19 seasons, right? I've been a KD fan for 21 seasons. Of those 21 seasons, there was one season, two seasons that come to mind immediately. The year he won MVP and the year in Brooklyn when everybody got hurt, where KD did what everyone asks KD to do every single season. Just simply shoot the ball. Like, we don't care if you miss. You usually don't miss. So why are you not shooting the ball? And he always gives the same reason. I'm making the right play. I'm making the right play. Well, we're at a point. We have been at a point. I've never said this on a microphone, but now I have the chance. The right play for you, Kevin, is shooting the ball. Like, somebody on that coaching staff needs to get that in his head. Somebody in that coaching staff needs to not allow him to think otherwise. I understand he's a future Hall of Famer. First ballot. Top 10 player of all time. In my book, he's a top 5 player of all time. If I'm being really honest, strip away accolades and just as a pure basketball player, he is top 4 in my book. So, as a top 4 NBA player that's ever touched the basketball court, or basketball player that has ever touched the basketball court, you should not be leaving games where Jabari Smith Jr. shoots more than you, where Amin Thompson gets one more shot than you, where Reed Shepard comes off the bench and only gets 3 more shots than you, where Steven Adams shoots only 5 times more than you, where Alperen Şengün shoots 11 times more than you. Like, this does not make sense, bro. And as the head coach, Ime, you have got to do better. I understand you are a defensive-minded coach. Sure, great. Congratulations. You have a great defensive team. But there's also another side of the ball that matters almost, if not more, almost the same, if not more, than the defensive side. It's the part of the game that needs to happen in order for anyone to win a basketball game, putting the ball in the hoop. This team struggles with doing that consistently. This team falls off a cliff when it comes time to do this in the clutch. Why? Because their best player does not let the ball. There's a round ball that goes in your hand. And when you release it, your hand usually does this, right? The best player on the team is not doing this enough for my liking, for diehard Rockets fans' liking. I'm pretty sure for that locker room's liking. Kevin, you're passing the ball way too much. We're going to go through these clips of the fourth quarter, and we will see why the Houston Rockets lost a 20-point lead last night to the 5-win New Orleans Pelicans. A sorry New Orleans Pelicans, a team that can't. They were playing gimmick defense last night. They were doubling Kevin at half court, like prime James Harden. They were doubling Şengün in the post. They were doubling Jabari in the post before Kevin missed a shot. They were playing him one-on-one. They were doubling Jabari. They were doubling Şengün. Why? I have no idea. This just goes to show that that team was not good. That team was not a smart team. That team found momentum at the end of the third quarter, and throughout the fourth, gained confidence to the point where they were like, "Oh, we're about to win this now." And the Rockets did what? Let them. And let's just go ahead and go through these shots. This is the fourth quarter. Why MA does not do this right here more often puzzles me. It's the top of the fourth. The Rockets are up 14 points, 11-20. So this is the first shot attempt for the Rockets in the quarter. What it looks like has started already. For whatever reason, they didn't start this play from the jump. But Jabari's in the corner, a shooter. It looked like Aaron set a screen for KD to get the ball off the screen. And then Aaron was going to relocate to the corner as a shooter. And a shooter had the ball in his hands, Reed Shepard. Let's run it. Did anyone think that Durant was going to miss that? No. Why? Because everything Durant was throwing up last night was going in. But for whatever reason, he decided, I wouldn't say he decided, but he played into, along with the coaching staff, on not doing this more often. We're going to get to a point where there's going to be a spam of a play that I do not understand. So let's play this one again. This is what the Rockets should be doing.
It's unguardable. That's unguardable. His entire career.
Kevin Durant finishing the play. However, the advantage was created, it ended up in Kevin Durant's hands to shoot the ball.
That's a charge.
You hear the opponent's broadcast saying that's unguardable. But for whatever reason, the Rockets don't care about that. Next play. Granted, that was a good look. Great look. Wide open, Jabari Smith. You got to make these shots. Jabari was 1 for 6 from 3. You got to make shots, bro. The next play. We have a shooter in the corner. We have 3 non-shooters for the most part. Well, I would say 2. Josh can hit shots. But for the defense, we're looking at it from the defensive point of view. For the defense, there are 3 non-shooters on the court right now. Kevin's getting guarded. LP's being fronted. Jose is digging way too deep, to be honest. But Kevin can't get that pass there because Herb is actually a smart defender. He's going to track that ball as he tries to pass it. So, like, there's no way Kevin can get it there. But as we see, LP gets it. He's immediately doubled. What I don't understand is, why don't the Rockets move off the ball? Like, even if it's fake movement with no real intent to do anything, it at least makes Jordan Poole right here have to turn his head. He doesn't have to turn his head. Herb, KD's just going to stand there. Herb does not have to turn his head. Bari, I believe Bari tries to at some point. Let's play. Okay, Bari does do the right thing. He flashes, which would get the attention of 2 players here, which would mean that Josh should relocate at some point. He doesn't. Herb overcommits. KD gets a great look. That's a good play, though. Even better play. Your best player attacks the hoop. It's an and 1. Shin gun. There was a lot of this last night. Jabari actually got fouled here. Didn't get called. This right here. This is what the Rockets think is going to get them to a championship. And how do I know this? Because they spam this every clutch moment. They're not even in the clutch yet, but when they get to the clutch, they're going to spam this throughout the fourth quarter and in the overtime, where Kevin Durant gets the ball. He gets screened. When they hit that screen, the defense doubles him. He passes out of that screen. For whatever reason, last night, Inmate was cool with the person that gets the ball first out of that advantage being Steven Adams. Okogie, great decision. The problem is, that's a non-shooter. Wide open for what he has to do, shoot the ball with 5 seconds left on the clock. The defense has won his possession already. Before he even caught it, before he even shot it, the defense won that possession. Because an 18% shooter, as you hear the broadcaster say, not his game, shoots the ball. Why is this play not ending with a better shooter, which literally means anybody else on the court shooting wide open? If you're going to use KD as the gravity guy and not use it as him with him being the finisher, why not put guys in position to capitalize on that? And that's their strength. There's 2 guys over here on the bench that if they were in the game right there, they make that shot. Yeah, you're gonna have to give up something on the defensive end, but the point of the game is to make shots. You're up 6 at this point. Like, at this point, y'all can go back and forth, but at least you know you are getting great looks with great players making those shots in those positions. That's a wasted possession. Why Şengün didn't do this more? Don't know.
Pels down by 22 in the half.
Easy. Another play. Kevin Durant. Stop overhead passing against players with length who are waiting for you to do it. They know that you are heading to the basket with the intent to pass. Why do they know that? Because you keep doing it and you don't shoot the ball. Even here's another reason why KD should shoot the ball more. And I'm not a believer of this make the right play being me not shooting. If you shoot the ball, if you at this point in the game you had shot the ball 20 times, the defense would be a little confused on what you're about to do next. Even if you miss 6 in a row throughout the course of that 20 shot attempts, it doesn't matter because the defense thinks you're going to do something else. Those 6 turnovers versus 6 shots, or you split the difference, you're still getting shots up, and the defense mindset is this might go up. If I'm the defense and just knowing how Kevin Durant gets, I know he wants to pass that because he's too unselfish. As opposed to right here, the advantage is being created with this Şengün screen. KD is looking elsewhere. He's not even looking at the basket. Even if he wanted this pass, you have to at least fake it with the intent of shooting or looking like you're going to shoot. At this point, Derek Queen knows he wants to pass. At this point, Jose Alvarado is waiting for him to pass. At this point, Herb is hoping that he passes because Herb is in the best position to stop a pass. Derek Queen is in a not so good position to stop a shot. Neither one of them are in great position to stop a shot. But what does Kevin want to do? Pass the ball before 2 even got there. So Herb immediately jumps. But this is all set up because he's not shooting the ball throughout the course of the game. Like, it's not a threat. You shooting is not a threat if we know you don't want to shoot it. Or not say don't want to shoot it, but we know you're not looking to shoot it. That entire play, he was looking to pass. Got lucky that Şengün caught that. That was pure luck. Great play from Şengün after that. Şengün does this very often. I don't know why. I don't understand it. But the Rockets are just content on Şengün being a point guard, bro, when it comes to attacking the basket. Why is he at the top of the key starting the offense, man? Why are we 5 out with our center at in the middle of the floor? A non-shooter to the defense in the left wing, in the left corner, a non-shooter to the defense in the right corner. You got 2 great shooters to the defense, one pass away, but that does not matter because my center is my point guard, who also can't shoot. So if my center can't shoot, or if the center I'm facing can't shoot, but I know he wants to attack, I just have to play his attack well. And that's what Derek did here. We know he's not going to pull up. You could tell by the way Derek stood up and got back down. And then he shot it. A shot that he's not great at. Right here. Defense is in solid position. Offense, I mean, I don't love Steven being that high for the screen because like he's no threat after that. But it ends with your best play finisher finishing the play. And how that was created, Adams, solid screen. Wasn't like an amazing screen, but it was solid enough. It got KD enough space to catch the ball going downhill. KD's length is going to make him one dribble pull up. Easy shot. That's not a great shot for anybody else on the team, to be honest. So this play didn't really create much, but just because of who Kevin is, it created a great shot for him. I want to know, why don't they do something similar to that very first play that they ran in the fourth quarter and to this? Terrible shot from Bari. Great offensive rebound. Don't know why he didn't go up.
Second chances. Go after a trap on him.
This right here. Again, 4 seconds left on the clock. Why is Steven Adams about to be the decision maker? And his decisions are about to be limited. Because he either has to shoot the ball because nobody's open or force a pass. Let's see which one he does. Oh my goodness. A turnaround left hook from Steven Adams with 4:38 left in the fourth quarter of a 2-possession game. The defense wins again. Same group. No screen. Everybody space out. The defense didn't send the double. Cash. Now here, this play started off with that same action of Adams setting the screen. It just didn't get anywhere. And then somehow Jabari got the ball. Once Jabari got the ball, I could tell it wasn't going anywhere. I remember saying on stream. Matter of fact, while we are here, I do live play-by-plays for the Houston Rockets games right here on my YouTube channel. So check them out. KD is at the top of the key too much for me. Why does KD not start these plays off near the basket? Even if you're going to have them come up top, make the defense do something different. Like, this has been 6-7 minutes, and we still got 3 minutes left in the game of KD top of the key. I get the top of the key is where you can see the most. Like, if the double comes, it's a better chance of you getting it out right at the top of the key. It gives your limited players an opportunity to make a play off of it. But in this case, with this team thus far, we've noticed it's not going to work to your favor because these guys are extremely limited and you're asking them to do more than they're capable of. Right here, KD gets it with 13 seconds left. Fine. The defense has not committed to a double. What is Amin going to do here? He clears out, but as soon as he clears out, his man already looks like he doesn't care about Amin right now. What do you think he's about to do? You guessed it. Double. Great pass from KD. I would like to see Amin fake that. As you hear the broadcaster say, as I stated earlier, Josh can make that shot, but to the defense, he's a non-shooter. So you have 3 non-shooters on the floor at all times in these clutch situations. And the defense is going to live and die by those bad shooters shooting. That's a win for the defense. Here we go again. Don't really know what the intent of this play was originally, but somehow it's turned into an Amin one-on-one. Not the best play yet. Kevin Durant has cleared out and given up on this play as it in terms of getting the ball. So what happens next? That is a bad shot. Up 1. I know the result, but this is still a bad shot. Up 1 with less than 2 minutes left in the game. This is every Rockets fan watching this game last night. That lady right there, she's everybody. We know what happens, but still a bad shot. Great hands from Herb right there. Amazing save from Adams. Terrible touch. He's going to get fouled. This is when Kevin wanted it, and Amin couldn't get it to him. Now, Amin's about to make an amazing play here, but it's just their process is terrible. Amazing play. That is not what the play was intended to be, but Amin made something out of nothing. But the Rockets, again, their process. And I heard Kevin Durant and Fred VanVleet talking about this. I don't know at what point of the season that podcast was shot, to be exact, but they were right. Their process, and as a fan, you can see that, and you can see it mid game. Their process is terrible. I don't know if it's because of the personnel and like the mesh, like skill wise, or just because it's new and like you're trying to integrate somebody like Kevin Durant. So you're gonna have you just logically you're gonna have bumps in the road. But some of this stuff is just like I would imagine for NBA terms and NBA way of doing things like elementary. This play, Shingun, brother, you are not that guy. This is not Giannis. This is not a big guarding you. This is a wing who can move his feet. Even if you wanted to try to get by him, at some point you realized that wasn't happening. KD gave him the ball with the intent of getting it back, which Shingun was not on the same page as him on that. This lady again, she is hilarious. But this play, I don't know why MA didn't call a timeout. It's not like the Pelicans have a great defense, and you could have like manipulated what they were going to do, which was that double, and tried to get a Shingun like 1-on-1 for a game winner if you wanted, or tried to run a play for Kevin. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Run a play for Kevin Durant. Crazy idea, right? But they did not try anything. They didn't call timeout. Kevin got the outlet, passed it up to Shingun because he knew he was going to get doubled. I think he was expecting to get it back like on a DHO because of the way he starts to cut eventually. And then he gives up because Shingun's not even looking that way. And it would be like dumb for him to keep going because he would have made Herb go double. But we continue. Yeah, right before he did that fake spin, I think he should have ran back to Kevin. But he has no idea what's on the clock is and everything. So terrible shot. Terrible shot. So that was all the shots in the fourth quarter. Let's see if we can pull up overtime. Overtime was equally annoying, to be honest, because in overtime, KD led all scores with 5 points, but KD had one shot. This team, man. Let's watch all 10 attempts. How did they start off overtime? With the same action I hated in the fourth quarter. KD at the top of the key, brother. Can we end this as a go-to play? I get it. Throughout the course of the game, it's going to work. But as a clutch game on the line play, scrap this until these guys can prove that they can, like, or maybe that's what MA wants. I'm going to be more like reasonable and logical. Maybe MA wants them to get accustomed to doing this in high leverage moments so that when the playoffs come, it's like it's money. I'll go with that. I'll go with that thought process. I don't really believe in that process, but I'm going with it. Anyway, Steven Adams should never, ever catch the ball right here, bro, with the purpose of being the playmaker. It works out because, as you'll see, he kicks it to Shingun, and Shingun makes a play off the dribble again from the 3-point line. Why do the Rockets just want to live like this? I don't get it, bro. Quickly got it out of his hands. Nice move. But for a center, that's still a tough shot. This is prime Harden stuff right here. Like this is the peak of the Harden experience. The can't guard him tour. Kevin is not even at the half court line yet and sees a double. Why? Because Steven Adams, for whatever reason, is still up here. Your two bigs are above the 3-point line. Your wings are all beneath it. Why? Steven Adams caught the ball. Look who's at the rim, bro. Look who is at the rim, bro. Look at the Pelicans' rim protection. Do y'all see that? It's Jose Alvarado. Where does Steven Adams look? Not to the goal to go above this guy or even make an alley oop, a simple play. He's already looking at the corner. This is like simple stuff you teach my 6th grade basketball team. You have the advantage, your guys behind you make a play. Not a bad look from Barry there, actually. That's a shot. But that could have been so much easier.
Kevin Durant's getting frustrated.
Okay, I did not notice this during the game, but whatever happened here, KD was not happy. I don't know if he's looking at the ref or an inmate.
Kevin Durant's getting frustrated. Green, mid-range Thompson, right back to Derek.
Bad shot. That's a bad shot.
Kevin Durant.
Double, I'm in, advantage. How does it end? Bad shot.
Did a good job. That was Jose under him a little bit.
Why is Reed not in the game at this point?
Kevin Durant. Here comes the hit. Thompson.
Somebody, please let me know.
And Jose did a good job. That was Jose under him a little bit. Şengün too strong. Adams gets it back. Another offensive second chance.
Barry, goodness gracious.
From Jabari Smith. Advance it.
Down 4 at this point. Before the easiest play of the game. The Rockets are so confusing, man. I'm not gonna lie. Great look from Reed here, though. Gotta make that, buddy. Another great look. Gotta make that, buddy. Gotta make those. Those are elite looks. I even seen a crowd on Twitter mad that KD didn't shoot this. This one I'm not mad at because it's the best shooter on the court getting the shot. Well, the second best shooter, KD's actually the best shooter. But okay, you got me there. Even thinking of it that way. But yes, Reed getting a wide open shot is fine with me. They were already committed to doubling, and off the double, you're trying to get a 3 here, so like that makes sense. Great play. Gotta make that, bro. Now this right here, why don't the Rockets do more of this? Like, okay, so they have this thing where they like to have, well, that I don't like, that I mentioned multiple times now, where they have KD as the ball handler at the top of the key. He gets the screen and knowing that it's going to get doubled. And then that leads to, 4-on-3 advantage for the Rockets, right? Where did they get this from? This is the patented Warriors thing, where Steph and Draymond get the 4-on-3 for Draymond to make a play out of it, right? Cool. Typically, the Rockets try to do this with Şengün, but Şengün's more aggressive than Draymond is. So Şengün tries to get his shot. Bad part is Şengün misses a lot of shots in the paint. Draymond knows his limits, so he does what Şengün's about to do right now throughout the game. This play gets off of it and becomes a screener to give the shooter the advantage. I would love to see the Rockets try this more often throughout their offense. With Kevin relocating, which is going to take Kevin having to commit to relocating more, and Reed as a movement shooter, like, or even Aaron. In some cases, Barry. I would like to try to get Barry doing it in the mid-range more than threes, but yeah. Great look. Reed just has to make that, bro. What's crazy is he shot both of those short. So yeah. The Rockets' process on offense is terrible. And what they need to do is simply get a hierarchy. It needs to be established that Kevin is our go-to player on offense. Kevin has to not be so unselfish all the time because he gets advantages. He just likes to make that advantage for his teammate to eat off of it. The Rockets need to put him in positions to be the finisher more so than the creator, which also too, I understand year 19, you don't want to burn him out. But it's moments like this where you just have to flip the script on that thought process. So overall, Kevin Durant does need to shoot the ball more. His teammates also need to make better plays when he gets them advantages. And this is a new This is a new thing to them, so like I would expect them to iron it out throughout the course of the season. But for sure, they definitely have a problem with their best player not shooting the ball more. Like it just has to happen. I'm not saying shoot 25 times a game. I'm not even saying honestly shoot 20 plus times a game in general. But you need to start shooting when the game matters, period. Like, not say forcing it, but the Rockets need to put him in positions to shoot the ball. We've seen multiple plays throughout that fourth quarter, that overtime, throughout the course of the game, where they run a play that's intended for Kevin to shoot the ball. But MA is stuck on let's use Kevin's gravity to get easy shots in the paint for Shingun, who's not making them. So again, the Rockets need to start making easy shots. They need to start putting players that have the ability to shoot threes in position to shoot the threes, and they need to get Kevin the ball. Do these three things within this next 50 plus games, and I promise you, the Rockets will be the scariest team going into the playoffs outside of the Thunder. The Thunder won't even want to see them, to be honest. So the Rockets have another test against the Nuggets. I expect it to be a great game. I expect, honestly, to see another clutch game, like where it's a close game in the last 5 minutes. And I want to see if the Rockets continue to do what they've been doing that has not been working, or if they try something different. Even if it don't work, I just want to see you try it. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I got. As I said before, I do Rockets play by play, live play by plays for each game. So I will be on here Saturday for the Nuggets game doing the play by play. And come join me. Hit the chat up. Let's yap. Until next time. Peace.